If you come over from America and you have a horse, you're going to be in for a shocker when you go to New Zealand. Now, I was brought up in New York State's Dutchess County. They had quite a lot of nice stables there, and we always built stalls and had barns, and some of the nicer places had run-in sheds. So if it started to rain, the horses could run into the run-in shed. And then during storms and winter, we could keep them in at night. Well, they don't have anything like that here. Very well, some people do. I shouldn't make a blanket statement. Most people keep their horses out in the paddock. They treat them just like livestock, just like cattle or sheep. So that was quite a shocker. And then the first year that I bought my horse here, she was out in the paddock with no cover, just like all the other horses. I was grazing someplace else, and it's called grazing, not boarding here. I couldn't sleep at night when the monsoons came, thinking that my horse was getting rained on. So I live in the far north, and I found out that you need to have, well, I have my own place now, and there is a run-in shed, but the horses actually don't use it. They stand out in the pouring rain still. But this is unusual. I do have some trees. There's a big tree behind the camera, and I have about 7 paddocks here, and there's a shelter belt along one side. But you'll need 3 covers in the far north, or where it's warm. One cover you need for summer. It's a summer cover, a lightweight summer cover. My horse now has what is known as a summer cover on. As you can see, there's a nice big fat repair that I put in. The bottom half is like a fly netting material, and the top half is a very lightweight cotton, and I keep this on the horse as much as possible. It protects her from the sun and also prevents a horse's coat from bleaching out from the sun. And also because this can be flies, not as many flies as there are in the United States, but there's bot flies here, and they're very annoying and protects them from flies. The next cover I need is something like this, which I call a mid-season cover. This is got no padding in it, okay? I got red, white, and blue for America. And in the winter time, you'll need a winter cover, which is padded with some type of fill on it to make it very warm for the winter time. Now, I don't know what they use down in the southern part of the nation, like say the South Island and Dunedin. I don't know what they use there. And it's always good to have a good spare. Don't throw away your covers, because you can use them to repair. The other ones that rip, you can use the hardware again. Also, one of the differences between the USA and New Zealand in terms of owning a horse here is that you're going to go into cardiac arrest when you find out how much the bales of hay cost here. Now, I haven't been back in the USA for 7 years, but I remember paying $3.50 for a bale of hay. That's like from a farmer. Well, here, I think the cheapest is $10 a bale for these standard bales of hay. And somebody told me that in the middle of winter here, they were paying $20 a bale. Now, we are very fortunate to have property that we were able to bale some hay this summer, and for our own use. And I did sell a few bales of hay, just because I don't really need all that hay. I really just only have one horse. But it was a good summer for making hay. And also the weather is so unpredictable. It rains, it's sunny, it rains, it's sunny. It's very difficult to make hay here, because you need to have the hay bone dry before you bale these standard bales. So we lucked out, and we have really good hay. Another thing I want to talk about is, like, the sun is so hot here that you really, in the summertime, it's going to be dreadful riding out in the middle of the afternoon in midsummer. So best to do it early morning or late afternoon. And you need to, I need to cover my arms up, or I'm going to wrinkle up like a prune. And I went and I bought one of these brims that you can put over your hard hat. But I don't know what brand this is called. I bought this in New Zealand from a New Zealand maker, but you can see it's getting, you know, you have to work on keeping its shape. I put this over my hard hat. It's kind of hard to get it over the hard hat to protect my face. I think that you could do it yourself by finding an old hat, an old straw hat, and cutting a hole in the middle, and then maybe hot gluing it to an older hard hat that you didn't care about, or thinking of something to do, because this was 70 New Zealand dollars, okay, and I don't know, I gotta keep straightening it out. Another thing I've done is I found like a drapery sample, like a mesh sample. I didn't bring it out here with me. That blocks the sun, and I've just put the cloth over my head and put my hard hat over it to block my face from the sun. I don't really care, you know, I'm here by myself, nobody can see me. I wouldn't want to go out in public like that, because then you know, it's like a burqa, a riding burqa, and then I would be looking like the town freak. But if you're spending hours and hours in the sun, you got to do something. Back in Wisconsin, I would be spending hours and hours and hours on making hay, going around in a circle for hours and hours. I put like a veil over my head, and I'm sure that the little town that I was living in thought I was the town freak, which satisfied. Another thing I wanted to show you that Americans are probably not used to is that here, almost every paddock has one of these stock tanks, and they're run either by pump or by gravity drip. And so underneath here, there's piping. We have piping all over our property going. We have 27 acres here, and this little ball here is like a float, like a toilet bowl float. And when the water gets low, water will come into it, and then when the float gets high enough, it'll shut off. Actually, the water tank looks a little low here, but I have the water shut off during the day. I'm having a problem with our hot water cylinder, so I had to shut the main off.